Well, more than 20 people remain trapped underground at the disused Gloria Coal Mine in Middleburg in Mpumalanga. 6 people have thus far been confirmed dead. Now, the latest victim died yesterday in hospital. The rescue operations has been halted since Wednesday while engineers wait to acquire advanced equipment. The people got trapped after a gas explosion on Sunday while allegedly stealing copper cable underground. Let's get more on the story now. Spapila Kunene is our reporter on the scene. She joins us now live for the latest. Hey, Spapila, thank you very much indeed for joining us. What's the latest?
Hi, Blaine. We are coming to you from the same mine, Gloria Coal Mine, but from a ventilation point of view, where work is being done. There are engineers here and everyone who is ready to install the new transformer that will be coming from sister mine to Gloria, which is Optimum. Remember, Optimum and Gloria Mine were under the Gupta leadership. Now that the Gupta leadership is not there, these mines are not functional. But here we are at a crime scene, a scene where these copper thieves came last night and yesterday during the day to steal more copper cables, and that has hampered the effort to rescue or to get the people that are underground, the over 22 people that are trapped underground. But with us here we have Mike Elliott, who will explain the extent of damage that has taken place here and how much it affects them in their efforts to sort of help those people that are underground. Mike, briefly tell us how much money you're losing here for starters when they strip such equipment, the equipment that is used in the mine.
Thank you. At this point in time, we can estimate there's about 50 million rands worth of damage. We do not know how much they've stripped underground. They've been working in teams underground to strip copper cable. But to our right over here, there are 2 main transformers that they've stripped out. Those transformers cost 12 million rand replacement value each. They then stripped the substation behind us, which is at least 10 or 15 million rands worth of damage. And then all the cables that they've stripped here are about 10, 15 million rands as well. The big problem is that we cannot send the rescue teams underground to go and recover people under any circumstances because their oxygen sets will not last long enough for them to recover the body. So that's absolute danger. We cannot do that. We have to restore power to this area, which we're busy with at this point in time. Optimum is sending their transformer. It's on a low bed. It's on its way here. Once it arrives, we have to recable the place and we have to fix the overhead power lines. So it's power lines, then we put in the cables, the transformer, and then we've got to connect up the protection for these fans. The fans can't just start without protection to keep the people alive underground. Once the fans are running, fresh air will be sucked into the mine and the old air from the mine and the poisonous gases will be blown out by the fans. And then we can go underground and we can go and recover the people that are still underground.
Approximately how many days will that take, and when can we possibly see the rescue mission or the recovery mission taking place?
It all depends on these cable thieves. The cable thieves have hampered us by continually stealing cables. Between yesterday afternoon and this morning, they've stolen 60 meters of cable from these main fans, which we have to replace now. So we've got to find money to buy these cables, and we've got to terminate them and join the cables together to start fixing the fan power supply.
Now, in your conversation, if you do have conversations with them, because I guess it's not very far from here where there's a settlement where these people maybe come from, what do they say? Are they not sympathetic that there are people underground that need to be rescued?
We don't see the sympathy. I think they are more concerned that their thieving operations are hampered at this point in time.
So now you have lost money in terms of these cables. You have not even started with the rescue mission. How does it feel as a company that is supposed to be rescued?
This is extremely frustrating. We are concerned about the people that are underground. We need to get them out. We need to restore the power to the mine. We need to get the operation started again so that the personnel of this mine can get salaries again. We're frustrated and we're angry that we cannot get everything operational now with this continual theft.
Are the police coming into the party? Are the police helping in any way? Are there arrests being made?
I'm unaware of arrests at this point in time, but the police are on the job. The police have a strong presence at the Gloria main mine, and we're going to request that they assist us at the fan as well.
Okay, you mentioned earlier that before we went on air that they work in groups. Please tell us more about that. Mention that it's a syndicate. Tell us more about that and how much money they are making out of this approximately.
Well, at this point in time, we're aware of two syndicates. The main syndicate is the one that's underground that was stealing. They're a syndicate of approximately 80 people. They work in 4-shift cycle, around about 20 people on each cycle. They lower them down these shafts behind us, and the guys go and cut the cables up. They stay underground for 2 days at a time, and then they're pulled out on ropes, and the copper is pulled out on ropes and sold to scrapyard dealers or second-hand metal dealers. The other syndicates are the local communities that live around the mine on the farms, and they are, according to our security services, the ones that are actually stripping the fan at this point in time.
And
the copper then is taken to the scrap merchants, and the guys get copper prices for the pieces of cable and the pieces of the copper from the transformers that they sell there.
We understand they have cars, they are well organized. Please allude to that too.
They're fully equipped. They understand exactly what they need. They have all the tools to cut up cables, to drop them from where they're tied on. They've got cutting torches to cut up the steel to get to the cables. They break up the concrete that we put around the cables to protect the cables. There is nothing that these people have not got as far as equipment goes to fetch and carry. The worst that happens to us is while the cable thieves are cutting up the cables, the police who help us and our security services come to stop them cutting cables, and then they cell phone a group in to come and assist them. We get shot at and we have to leave the scene.
Okay, you also mentioned earlier that that fan over there works through the same electricity that is supposed to be moving through this cable, as well as that escape machine there. It works through that. Yes. It is currently not operational, and that is supposed to be helping you in rescuing or recovering those people that are underground.
That is correct. All of this comes off of our main power supply, which the copper thieves cut. They dropped the overhead power lines onto the ground, which short-circuited. They then stole the cables that supply the overhead power lines, and they basically cut all the power to every rescue facility on the mine. So we can't use our instrumentation that looks underground and sees where the gases are. We can't use our rescue shaft at this point in time because there's no power to the rescue shaft. They've stolen the cables. They're gone. And the fans can't be started until we can replace the transformers and recable to the fans.
We understand that it's a very big mine underneath, and you alluded to the fact that community members told you they are on which side. Please just explain a bit about the work that happens underneath and tell us where maybe they are expected to be.
Okay. From yesterday's interview, we were approximately 1.5 kilometers to the main shaft area. The main shaft finishes at the bottom of just underneath where we are now. And the local community has told us that in that direction, by about 1.5 kilometers, we should find where these people were working, in between two of the refuge bays. The mine is approximately 15 kilometers long in that direction, towards the north, and it's 15 kilometers long in the southeast. This is an incredibly big mine. It's been running for about 25 years now.
Okay, thank you so much for your time, Mike. That was Mike Elliott, who is a business rescue practitioner based in the mine here at Gloria Mine. Now that the situation is like this, it means it will take longer for everyone who is involved in this to sort of get help. Now, here, we have everyone who's involved, security people, we have engineers that are waiting for this transformer that is coming from Optimum Mine to sort of help here and get these people helped underground. That fan there, it's supposed to suck out the bad air from underground, remove the methane so that oxygen can get in and the rescuers can get in to help. But as the situation is now, it's impossible to do that. These cables that are supposed to transport electricity to all these places has been cut by the same copper thieves, some of which it's alleged they went underground to steal copper cables and they met their fate.